in your success is you. In this talk, I will talk about why you are the most important asset and unique asset in your success. And I will back it up with some stories from my own life and how it affected me as I wanted to elevate my success when I was an external advisor in the pharma industry. Let me take you down the memory lane, part of it in my life or of my life. I'll take you back to 2016. That was the year when I launched my advisory business. It was also the year where I really started to struggle in my private life. And I decided to share this talk or share this story with you because there are so many people, unfortunately, that will go through a life crisis as a love relationship breakup, family breakup. Data proves or shows that about first-time marriages, 70% or 50%, sorry, but second-time marriages, 70% of them fail. So there is an urgency to pay attention to how we go through a life crisis, like a divorce, which is also the second highest stressor any human being can experience. And just welcome to this live stream where we're talking about you are the most unique resource or asset in your success. I'll take you back to 2016. That was the year when I started my company. It was also the year when I was stuck in my relationship. It was the year when I was really scared. I started to be scared of my partner. Not that he was hit me, but when I say words hurt, those of you who are in a toxic relationship, you know what it means. It also be a manager, a bad manager who really just belittle you. Words hurt, and they hurt harder than you think, because your brain starts to believe in that after only 10 times you heard this. So I was in my advisory role, and I struggled. I struggled because I was afraid. I just left him for the first time, and we were doing these SMSs at work, and it was not friendly talk. And the way I showed up, obviously, was not a Camilla filled with energy, love, and happiness, and let's just go into our zone of creativity. No, I wanted to control. I wanted to control what I knew I was good at. And I did not always come across the way I really want to come across. But that was the best way I could at that point in time, because I was anxious, I was nervous, I struggled, and I had no one to talk to. Yes, I had my parents. I still have my parents. I have my sister. I have my friends, but they are all opinionated. And some of them may not believe what you share, and some of them may say, oh, go back. Those are not the people you want to engage with and go out with or hang around with when you struggle the most. The reason why I bring up this sensitive topic, which I hope helps some, is that I have just submitted my first article to Brains Magazine on why you want to build a professional network when you go through a breakup. And I mentioned 5 forces you want to have on your team. It's like in your professional career, you have a team and you know who to get on your team. You also know which hands you don't really want on your team because it doesn't support your success. The same goes with you. The same goes with your life. It's kind of you running two tracks of work here, two tracks of projects. There's one which have the professional label on it, and then there's a private label on it. The thing is that where your resources are most, that's a professional arena. The thing is, and you want to remember this, is that how you show up and how your, I would say, love life, your private life environment is, that will affect how you show up in your professional arena. And it affected me. It affected me how I showed up. It also made me extremely nervous. I was anxious. I felt low on love. I was told I was not good enough. And then when you go to work, you're a bit more tense in this, right? And you want to say, oh, no, 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 no. And I was told, you're a bit too to the point here. Well, I know now I was to the point, and that's the reason for it. The thing is, the most unique asset in your success is you. So you want to seal that asset. You want to protect yourself. And if you're going through a life crisis like a divorce, you want to build a network of professional resources who you can delegate things to, so you don't have to juggle everything on your own. It's like when you run your global team, or your European team, or your American team. You have people who you delegate tasks to, and then they fly with that because you trust them. The same goes with your professional team in your private space. There are 5 forces you want to engage with. You want to have a lawyer on board. You want to have a therapist for your children. If you have children, you want to engage with a therapist. You want a therapist for yourself. It's all about healing trauma, right? If you haven't healed, you can't heal your children. And sometimes, as I know to be true, that it's so heartbreaking to hear your children report how they suffer. It's better to let someone else take that conversation. Then you want a coach on your team. The reason why you want a coach on your team is that the coach helps you paint the new picture, your future, and help you to get unstuck in the thoughts, the feelings, and the actions that you have done maybe for years just to survive and surrender, right? So you want a lawyer, therapist for your children or child, for yourself, and a coach. And you want to have a good relationship with your banker. The reason for this is that you need money. You need money. And the best thing is to go and talk, call them and say, listen, I'm going through a terrible crisis right now. A terrible, but just a life crisis. And I just want to make sure that I can get access to the funds that I need. Many people, and I think most of them, and you will talk to, will support you. The banker will support you because they want to set you up for success. The coach, if you do due diligence, will support you. The therapist will support you, and the lawyer will support you. What I know to be true, and this is so important, is that you want to do your due diligence. You want to get references. You want to track what the people have done, what they broadcast, so that you can feel that what they broadcast and the messages they talk about, you want to make sure that it resonates with you before you ask for a discovery conversation or free consultation. And that you do because you bend your time and space, so you know when to use your time best, or how to use your time best. And let me hone back in on why you want to have the fight forces on your team when you go through a life crisis. Those forces you want to invest in, but it's actually investing in yourself, because you are the most unique asset in your success. Think about that. So few people think about that. They don't they don't think enough about themselves, how lovely you are, how gorgeous you are, how amazing you are. You are loved, you are love, right? You are unique. And when you come from a toxic relationship or bad breakup, you probably haven't heard so many of these beautiful things. But you are unique, you are amazing, you are loved, and you are loved. You get to entertain those stories that give you more energy, so that you can go and create even more impact, even though you are in the middle of a custody battle, as I am, or going through a tough divorce, right? I'm going through a tough custody battle right now. And I would say, in a, in some time, eller in a while, time will come when I will share the next story of this very toxic custody battle. The thing is, I have learned to control my thoughts. I have learned to focus on what I know to be true. I have learned to I would say, embrace my passion. I have learned to create my future, and I have now learned to delegate what I know I'm not so good at, and I delegate that to other people, like my lawyer, like I have a private therapist, psychologist on my team. I have amazing resources on my team, and I delegate tough decision, tough questions to them. I seek advice. They are my board of advisors. They advise me what to do, and I just say, I ask them, tell me what to do, and I do it. I don't even question that, because I trust it, and I trust them. And that helps me focus on what I love to do the most, and where my superpower is, and that is to help you set you up for success. And can you see how you're painting the picture, how you're painting the future, and how you're utilizing the most beautiful and unique asset in your success, and that is you. I hope this talks resonate with a few of you. I also know that this is sensitive. I also know that people, or some, shut down and say, this is not me, even though you are hurt. You are hurt from a relationship that never been like been healed, right? There's still wounds from that relationship. I know all sorts of Danish constellation or cases here. I share with love, because remember, 50% of all first-time marriages fail. 70% of all second-time marriages fail. We don't have to fail as human beings. And it's our choice, it's your choice, it's my choice to set each of us up for success. And that you do by really delegating what is not your field, a field of expertise, to those who are better at it, so you can focus on your success. If this speaks to you, I have a unique opportunity for you. Next Thursday, I'm hosting a free talk on how to control your thoughts. Going through a life crisis, you are most likely not controlling your thoughts. If you are, this webinar is not for you, because you already know how to control your thoughts and set yourself up for success. I'm hosting this talk because there are so many people who haven't yet learned, but get to learn, or get the opportunity to learn, why you want to control your thoughts and how to do it. If this resonates with you, there's a link in this post. Click on the link and claim your seat. It's free. It's on me. The only thing I ask of you is to show up. And if you're not able to show up for whatever reason, reach out to me, and we'll find another way to connect. My love and my appreciation flows to you. I hope this resonated with some of you at least. And thanks for tuning in. Speak later.